Everyone loves to save money.
And we're here to help you play the best games at the lowest possible price. Hi, I'm Marky.
And I'm Freddy, and today we got great deals for Xbox, so stay tuned and let's get it started.
GameStop's gonna headline our deals for this week, and we've stressed it on our other videos, but there's not too many being post-holiday, but we wanted to find some good ones. And the first two that I have for you are games that are available on the Game Pass. If you have them, you have access to them already. But for those who like to own their titles, be it digitally or otherwise, these are the ones for you. And one of them is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, all the way down to $29.99. I was kind of hoping for this one to drop. Because when it first came out, for the first few months, it wasn't moving too much on sale. But now it's a whole 50% off. And I can't really advertise this game more than enough. It's 3 full Mass Effect games, the entire trilogy, all in one. A few quality of life changes. Mass Effect 1 got the biggest revamp for sure. It just makes them all more cohesive. But it's a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Your decisions shape what goes on around you. Very well written, very well put together. And mix of sci-fi combat with intense story decisions. It's a slam dunk in my opinion, and a 50% off even better. And the other one, we're going to change the direction a little bit. This is Hades. Normally at $40, it's down to $19.99. And this is a roguelite that has a actual story structure to it. Not saying the others haven't. This one just has a more involved one. Great voice acting, great story cutscenes, so no matter what you do, when you're replaying the game over and over, dying and starting over, there's new things to discover, new things to see, be it story or for the gameplay. And the gameplay itself, very fast, frenetic, well put together, very kinetic and visceral. So no matter what weapon you pick when you first start your game, there's going to be so many things that you have access to, in addition to the stuff that you find along the way. It's definitely built to be very addicting, of course, like most roguelites would be, but the story on it gives it that little extra edge. Fantastic game, and it was worth its nomination for Game of the Year, I believe, 2 years ago. But yeah, while these are on Game Pass, these are at a nice discount for you to own digitally. But we're not done with those yet. Freddy's got a couple more games lined up for you as well.
Yeah, I chose for this week Red Dead Redemption 2 for $17.99. It's an open world Western game with a great visual. It's awesome story, and it's made by the same people that made GTA. So if you're familiar with GTA, more likely you're gonna also enjoy Red Dead Redemption 2. The best part of it is that you don't need to play the first one because it's a prequel. It takes place before the first game, so you just need to have at least 100 gigabyte ready on your console and you're good to go. And at this price, is definitely worth it. The next game I chose for you is Back 4 Blood on Xbox Series X for $14.82. Weird the pricing, but it is what it is. Or you can have it for $13.99 pre-owned price. This is a newly released game that was for $40 not too long ago, so it's very nice to see it at this discount. This game is a 4-player co-op that you play against hordes of zombies. It's very fun with friends, and I highly recommend it if you like this kind genre of games. And definitely this is the lowest we have seen for this game. Also remember, if you got the pro membership, which you can get for $15 for a year, you get $5 monthly coupon to use that you can drop on these games, so you get extra $5 discount on top of the sale price.
Freddy's right. And while we're on the subject of that pro membership, one of the benefits was a 10% trade-in boost. And we wanted to throw this out there because there's actually a nice one right now. If you've been playing through Resident Evil Village, if you've liked it, you enjoyed it, you're all done with it, trading it in right now with GameStop nets you at about $18.70. It's a pretty good price, I would say. But even better, there's a value going on right now, and while it's a common one, we wanted to keep more people informed on it, which is you get a 30% extra trade-in boost when you put it toward any of the upcoming or recently released titles. Now, there's obviously ones that aren't available for the Xbox, your Pokemon Legends, and stuff like that. But one of the ones being like Rainbow Six Extraction, which just recently came out. Dying Light 2, which is coming up real soon. You're getting an extra boost of that, so when you're done with this game, and I know Resident Evil Village is more of a story-focused title, when you're all tapped out on it, bring it on in. $18.70, I sadly can't do the math in my head to see a 30% boost, but you're definitely going over at least the $22 mark, which is very good for a game that, even in our past videos, have been cheaper than that on sale. So if you've been grabbing it, you're definitely benefiting from it. So throw it on in, that way you can jump on the next release games, and even then, just apply it and store credit and keep it for later for the next release game when it goes on sale, and you catch us on our next video talking about it. So either way, you win.
Now we will shift gears to Best Buy, and we checked the weekly ad. We didn't have a lot of great deals. We only found one that is worth mentioning, and it's Metro Exodus Complete Edition for Series X for $35.99. This is a very fair price for this game, considering that it includes 2 DLC, the 2 Colonels and Sam's story, which usually you need to buy them individually, and they cost each one $10-15. So it's very nice to have the game and the 2 DLC included, plus the boosted graphics and frame rates for the Xbox Series X at this price. This is a more like on the thriller side of a game, which has a lot of great story. It takes place in Moscow this time, and you're gonna be in the metro a lot, and it's a perfect game to try the 3D sounding. And even the story is great, the acting is fantastic, the sound, the 3D sound, everything. Like, this is a great game to test the power of the Xbox, and I highly recommend it at this price.
And once you know it, we've reached that point of the video where if you've been enjoying what you've been seeing so far, or if you've learned anything new, feel free to give us a like. Also, click the subscribe button. And maybe while you're at it, throw a comment down there. We're always keeping an eye on any of the feedback. We're always trying to keep our community growing, full of gamers who, you know, like us, they want to play all the best games out there, they don't really want to break the bank doing it.
Also, we are still on our promise. Whenever we reach 300 subscribers, we're gonna throw a $10 giveaway for somebody who follow us, comment, like on our channel. We will have a giveaway link in the description below, so make sure you participate, and hopefully you'll be a winner next time.
That's right. Either through any of our social media channels, our YouTube shorts are going to be coming up and hopefully being a lot more popular as we see new flash sales that we can't really cover in videos. But yeah, you're going to be up to date on all of them, and maybe get us a nice little gift card along the way to help you out. But yeah, enough of that. Let's get back to our deals.
Now, we didn't find any great deals at Walmart, Amazon, or Target this week, but we found some at Microsoft Store, and whenever we mention Microsoft Store, it means the games will be digital. The first game we mentioned this week is Sakiro Shadow Die Twice. It's for $29.99. It's Game of the Year back in 2019 because it was a great game with a style, especially if you like samurai style of games. It's a soul game at its core. It's a difficult one, but still a very fun one to play. And it's published by Activision, which I don't know if you heard the news. Xbox now bought Activision Blizzard. So we will see a lot of the exclusive Call of Duty in the future, maybe not after 2 or 3 years to be exclusive for Xbox, which I feel is worth mentioning, because if you're planning to buy a console, this is something you need to consider, especially if you're a big fan of games made by Activision like Call of Duty and other games. Anyway, the other game that we have also on sale, Resident Evil Village for $29.99. It's a horror game, very famous series of games. But this one will be the sequel for Resident Evil Biohazard. Don't worry too much about it if you didn't play it, because I was still able to understand the story even with very minimal background. It's also worth mentioning because it's the first game with upgraded graphics that is made for Series X. It's a short game at its core, but if you ever beat the game, you'll be able to play it many times, and you'll unlock along the way many other weapons, which will change your gameplay, which will keep things refreshing, and that will lessen the hours of playing this game. $29.99 is not too bad for a digital game, although we have seen it a little bit cheaper at GameStop when they offer back around Black Friday for physical gaming, but currently it's offered digitally at Microsoft Store.
That's right. And the Microsoft Store deals are actually not done. There's 2 others I wanted to mention. One of them's a little bit more niche, but I do want to throw it out there. While I haven't personally played it, I've heard great things. And that is Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle for $35.99. And I know next to nothing about Attack on Titan 2, but one thing I do know that is important to kind of keep an eye out. If you've been enjoying the show, I'm not sure if it's been ending or a major story thing happened in it. But it was recently around the news, at least from people that I've seen. So I wanted to stress that this game is out, and not only out and available on sale, but also on top of that, there was a physical release of that game. But at least from where I'm at in the area, it's next to impossible to find a physical copy, because I think GameStops would be the only ones that would carry it, since they're not listed to be sold new anymore. You would only find it pre-owned, but then nobody's really trading it in, and basically, I guess I would say don't count on it being found physically. but I wanted to stress that it's available here for people who have been enjoying the show and want to kind of keep that going, because I've been hearing great things about the gameplay of this one. Definitely more inspired, obviously, by its anime, but it turns it into a nice, I guess, mission-based hack and slash, I guess, for lack of a better word. And not only is it here available digital on the store, but it's at a cheaper price. It's sitting around at $60 normally, and it's down to $35.99. Obviously, we've seen games go cheaper before, but I wanted to stress this out because this one's getting a bit tough to find as a disc. So if you want to play it, here's a good opportunity to. And another one I want to mention is another one that you can still pretty find, but it's actually one of the lowest I've seen it at. That's SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, the remaster of the classic game on the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. And after playing this, and I'll say this as a person who did not play the original, but I played the new one, I'm actually quite a big fan of it. It got a remaster for a reason. Yes, it is a SpongeBob game, but I wanted to stress it for people who enjoy 3D platformers or collectathon platformers, stuff like Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Odyssey, and the like. It definitely is one of the better ones up there. I'm assuming it was back in the day, because from what I hear, aside from the visuals, they did not do too much to affect the gameplay of it, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, because I had a very good time with it, and I'm a fan of the show, at least growing up, so, you know, there's a lot of stuff in there that I enjoyed. But it's definitely worth checking out if you've had any interest in platformers in general. And the only thing I would have a tough time advertising is if you didn't care for SpongeBob, maybe you wouldn't probably enjoy this one and maybe get more enjoyment of the platformer itself. It's possible, but the fact is that it's $16.49, dropping from its $40 price is the lowest that I believe I've seen it at. And I would be remiss of me to not at least mention it to you guys, for anybody who's even had a passing interest in the genre or the property at all, to at least give it a shot at this price, because there's really not much to lose at that point.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yep, and like we said before, it's post-holidays. This is kind of a slow season for some deals. And while there are some good ones out there, we are always keeping an eye out on feedback. What do you guys think? Or anything we can do to improve? We're always keeping an eye out for new deals that we can post either through the shorts or through these long-term videos. So anything out there, we're more than happy to hear any feedback you got.
Also remember, if you got other consoles like PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, we got separate playlists for those videos, so make sure you check it out.
See you real soon.
See you.